Hello everyone. Sorry for no update last week. Real life has been keeping me busy once more. Um, Today I am just gonna be, I don't know, just a random assortment of stuff, I guess. I'm gonna splice in some random footage that I filmed last week but wasn't able to post into this video as I go about doing some various fish related things. I'm just squatting here right next to the little bin with that I've set up as my mini pond, and just watching the medaka and the couple of goldfish that I threw in here. I just fed them, that's why there's all this debris in the surface of the water. That's just the flake food I've been feeding them. They're all doing well. Not as many mosquitoes now. I think they've pretty much eradicated most of the mosquitoes that have been swimming in here. Last few times opening this, I didn't see any mosquitoes fly out, so that's pretty good. Let's see if I can zoom in and look at these little guys. Yeah. I haven't found any eggs from these yet, but maybe it's because it's just a bit too cold out here. Today the temperature's gonna be up to 80 at the peak afternoon though, so things are gonna be a little warmer than usual. Nighttime temperatures are still about mid-upper 40s, so I don't know. Over the weekend I got one of those Home Depot barrel bucket planter things, the 20-inch one that holds about 15 gallons. I only put this out yesterday evening and there's already spider webs in it. They did not waste any time building webbing all across this. So I'm gonna clean it up and also drill a couple holes on the sides, maybe like right under the rim here, and put some mesh just as an overflow, so when it does eventually rain, when it does eventually rain, the barrel won't overflow, instead the water will flow out. Yeah. The fish are starting to get used to me coming out and looking at them and feeding them. The food helps, definitely. The pond is doing well, the 150. See a little fat goldfish just darting around over there. I also just fed over here, so there's flakes just floating on the surface. I wish that there's something I could do about this glare when I'm filming here. The net's probably not helping either because all the sunlight is just bouncing off of the net. I also gotta fix the flow still. Yeah. Just hadn't had much time. I've been neglecting a lot of outdoor duties. Like even the lawn is overgrown, and I have some branches that I trimmed off of the apple tree about a month ago now, and I still haven't discarded all of the branches because we don't have a wood chipper, so it's I have to break down all the branches by hand. Let me see if there's a better angle I can get so that the net reflection isn't messing up with the video. No. This angle maybe? Kinda. You can see more of the goldfish in there. Yeah. I mean, I can see them pretty well, but the camera certainly isn't picking them up as well as my eyes are. What can you do? I'm gonna get the battery charged on my GoPro. Well, like a faux GoPro. It's a generic Chinese brand. And try to get some underwater footage later. Still eyeballs deep in goldfish offspring. I got the 2 in here and the 2.5 gallon that I got from Japan. They've been slowly growing, not as fast as my other goldfish due to the cooler water, but they're doing well. I feed them every day. I just feed them pellets, shrimp be shrimping, making babies. I have no trouble breeding these. It's probably, they're all automated at this point. Like, they're the only things in my fish room that I have no trouble with. At some point I'm going to start selling the excess. Got my other Medakans, the ones I've isolated for breeding. Not been successful with them. It's just a weird, I think like it's just the sex ratio is off for both of these. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna have to find like some other breeders that have these particular strains and see if they have enough of both sexes that I need to get them breeding. 100 gallon, lots of Corridors babies now. They're almost fully grown. Last I counted, there was about 10, give or take, baby Corridors, panda Cories that I added in here. So the total's like 16 or something. Male Bristlenose, the calico. I still have all of these goldfish. They're getting big. I'm not sure what to do with them. I don't know if the pet store will take them. I don't know if the local fish shop will take them. But I gotta figure out what to do with them. The 17-gallon Medaka tank. I threw some of the larger fry in here. They're large enough to where the adults won't feast on them. That one's got babies. You can see all the little orbs clinging to her butt. That's a lot. Wow. I did collect quite a few eggs from the floating plants yesterday. So I have no trouble breeding them in here. Maybe I should just throw all those other Medaka back in here, but it's just gonna cross the strains, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to avoid that right now. I'm trying to crossbreed them. But I may just throw them back in here. I don't know, maybe it'll make them happier and actually get to breeding. The 5-gallon where I keep all my fry and my eggs is turning green. Almost as green as this one, which is now a dark green. It's still full of scuds, just scuds. Well, scuds and like tons and tons of seed shrimp too. I'm not a fan of the seed shrimp. They're ugly. But what can you do? Yeah, so it's just Scud City in here. It's not that I don't like the Scuds. I love the Scuds actually. I love to watch them, but it's crazy. It's gotten green. And above I've got eggs incubating. I think the two in here, the two catch cups in here, I think they're done hatching eggs. The rest of the eggs in them are not good, so I'm gonna have to clean these out at some point. I don't know if you can see the eggs. I've got some Medaka fry in here. So I've had some failures like over the past month or so. Unfortunate, and I feel like it's just been bad luck with me lately. My first batch of fry, which were the ones back in December, they all died off mysteriously. Then when I started hatching fry again about a month or two ago, most of those also died off for some reason. I managed to rescue about 4, and they're in the 17-gallon now. They were some of the larger fry. And then yesterday, no, not yesterday, I think it was maybe over the weekend when I noticed that all the fry that I had been raising in one of these catch cups in green water had all died, and that one was my fault because entirely my fault, and I know what caused it. Ants had started invading the fish room again because it's summertime. You kind of see some dead ones stuck up in the rafters. Um, the ants were being a pain, and so I foolishly sprayed some bug spray near this tank. So I think some of it got into one of the catch cups, and so it just annihilated all the fry in there. It had something like 20 to 30 fry in there, and very disappointment. It really discouraged me. But that same weekend, I managed to get some more eggs from a breeder, and so I hatched them in this smaller container. And they all hatched pretty quickly, and so now they're the ones that are swimming around in here. And I hope I do not make a mistake, and third time's a charm, so I hope these ones actually make it to adulthood, or at least to the size that where they're safe enough, large enough to swim around in the 17-gallon without getting eaten. There's about 20 or so in here now that hatched, and there are a few left from the breeder that still need to hatch. And there are also a bunch of eggs that I collected yesterday from the 17-gallon. So, unfortunately, they're all just that one strain, which the one strain that has no problem proliferating. I haven't been able to get any eggs from these two to hatch at all. So, at least someone's making eggs, I guess. Yeah, so I have them swimming in the green water. At first I thought the green water was the problem, but I don't think it was. I think it was just a mixture of like poison from the previous batch and the other batch from a while back. I think that was just like probably an ammonia spike or something. But these have been doing well. I already fed them some powdered fry food. Some of it's still floating on the surface here, and I hope these survive. I don't want to keep failing at this. They're supposed to be easy to breed, but somehow I keep failing. I don't need that on my conscience or on my ego. Alright, I've got the holes drilled in the planter. Hopefully that's enough to deal with the overflow when it rains. So now the only thing I have to do now is fill it with water, and I think I'm going to fill it with some water from the 100-gallon, since I forgot to do a water change on it last week, so I'm going to do that now. Alright, I got the pump all set up on the 100-gallon, and it's going down this tube, going out into the barrel over here. So let this run for a few minutes. Looks it's filling up fast. Look at that, it's already a few inches deep. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this run for a few minutes. Then we'll see what happens. Hopefully the overflow is enough. Alright, let's take a look at that overflow and see if it's doing its job. Alright, so the water's coming out. Looking good. I think the water's coming in a bit too fast for the overflow, but that should be fine because rain doesn't typically flow like this. Oh, actually, let's throw some in there. So I think we should be good. This should be enough, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, the barrel is filled. I've moved some duckweed, not duckweed, some frog bit over from the other bin. And I also have a catch cup with, I think a dozen, I think there's 12 in here, a dozen goldfish. And I'm gonna acclimate them in the pond here. Just let them sit over here for a bit. Get them acclimated to the outdoor temperature, and I'm gonna release them in here. This is not going to be their permanent home, obviously, because these fish will get too big for a 15-gallon barrel. I'm just putting them in here for now to make it easier to catch them when I need to, when eventually they get sold, which I hope is soon. Some people have been interested, but yeah, if you are interested, let me know. Just reach out to me. They're all the rejects, so they're not going to be ideal Ranchu goldfish. They're gonna have some deformities like the top fin, or their back isn't straight. I mean, their back is straight, not curved, or they have a single fin instead of a double tail. Yeah, let me know if you're interested in these. I'm gonna give them a few minutes here to acclimate, and then later I'll show you them being released into this barrel. Catching out the fish from the 100-gallon, I noticed that this fella here has like a fuzzy growth or an injury or something on his forehead, so I'm gonna treat that with methylene blue and keep an eye on it, and hopefully he'll be okay. Okay, let's see if their temperatures are close enough. Let's see, we've got 80 degrees. Cool. And we've got 80 degrees, 79, it's fine. Good enough. Alright, let's get these. Oh no, what's wrong with this guy? Oh no, little buddy. You okay? I have to leave this guy for, I don't know. Yikes. Are you okay, little dude? Come on now. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, buddy. Wake up. Damn it. Alright, it's a bit later in the day. It's, I think it's close to 5 p.m. right now, and pond's looking good. Everything's looking good. You can kind of see the fish coming up over here. Here, not so much. They're still kind of shy. I added a few more plants. I added this creeping Jenny that I've been keeping inside the house that I keep forgetting to water, so it's looking kind of shriveled right now. But hopefully it being in this water will perk it up. I also got some red root floaters, not looking very red right now, but I'm hoping the sunlight will make them even more red, because red root floaters are red because of the excess light exposure. And yeah, I also just received a notification like literally a minute ago. These fish have been purchased, so I'm gonna have, they're not gonna spend much time in here. I'm gonna wrap them up tomorrow and drop them off at USPS, well, not USPS, UPS, and they'll be going to their new home. Alright, so the goldfish got bought up pretty quickly, not long after I added them to the barrel outside, so I brought them back in, had them sit around in clean water with no food for a couple days to purge their bowels of any excess poop to reduce the ammonia during travel. So right now they're in here, and I'm gonna fill them with air, fill these bags with air, just regular room air, because I don't have like oxygen tanks or anything. So they're just gonna be filled with air. Add some methylene blue just to keep them nice and healthy during their travel, and then I'm gonna take them to UPS and have them shipped off. This will be my first time shipping off fish, so I hope it goes well. It's going to Texas, which is really hot right now, so I'm also adding an ice pack to the box. They're being shipped in to keep the temperature down, at least try to keep it down. But I hope these do well and they make it to their destination alive and healthy, all 10 of them. Wish me luck. Alright, I got them bagged, double bagged, quadruple rubber band, because I'm super paranoid. Left as much space as possible for air as I could. They're actually being shipped in the styrofoam container that my original 2 ranchos came in, so it's kind of like a circle of life, or like book ending. I started off with the calico rancho and the black rancho, and so now I am shipping off their offspring to someone in Texas, and I hope they enjoy them as much as I enjoy the adults. So all that's left is to get this in a box, and I hope I can find one that fits this styrofoam, and off to UPS to get them shipped out.